to yet another travel vlog. This time around, I am solo. Yes, I am solo, and I enjoyed it from the moment I stepped in the airport in Zurich, to be honest. I am so excited. This is a birthday trip. I'm going to be here in Southeast Asia for 2 weeks, and I am starting off in Singapore. I am so excited, so excited. I believe you can hear it in my voice, but I am staying in Chinatown here in Singapore because that's where all the food is. So I am right where I'm supposed to be, and I am happy. You guys, tell me why my room number is my birthday number. April 29th. Like, yeah, it's my birthday now. It was supposed to be. This is a sign, and I am just so happy to be here. I just got into this hotel. It's called the Mondrian, Duxton, Singapore. Yeah, it's in Chinatown. It's a 5-star hotel, and just checked in. I had a long flight from Zurich to Singapore. I had a layover in Qatar. And yeah, let me just freshen up, get ready, and we'll be out and about in just a few. So yeah, come along on this solo trip, and I'm excited. Let's get it. So we are out and about. Oh my God, I forgot my sunglasses. Great. As I was saying before, I am staying in Chinatown. Reason is that Chinatown got the oldest hawker centers. So yeah, that's really pretty much the reason why I'm here. No, that's not all the reason why I'm here, but yeah, I love food. I'm a foodie at heart, so I'm gonna explore some food. Right now we are on the way to the Newton Food Center, as it is only a couple of minutes from my hotel. We are going to have a great time in Singapore, and to be honest, as I said before as well, this is my birthday trip, so my birthday is every day on this trip. So yeah, it is very humid, but it's okay. It's not that bad. I love heat. I don't have any problem with heat. But so far, Singapore is giving chill vibes.
Soon after.
You guys, this humidity, it's not the heat. I'm good with the heat, okay? But the humidity is insane. Like, I just couldn't talk to y'all because it's just way too humid for me. And it's so weird. Like, really, the heat is nothing. do you see this? Like, my makeup is melting. I believe you don't need makeup when you come to Singapore. Really, you don't need makeup. I didn't know what I was thinking, but I came back to the hotel just to relax for a few minutes. So, yeah, right now I'm just roaming. I'm just strolling through Singapore streets, and I really love the vibe. I love Singapore's vibe. It's, yeah, I'm chill. I am chill. I'm just gonna freshen up a bit. I wanted to go to Little India. I'm going to go to Little India, but I think I'm gonna grab my way over there, and then yeah, I will just take the MRT to Bugis and see Haji Lane and the mosque. Yeah, I just wanted to do everything cultural today. So yeah, I'm just gonna relax my feet a bit. I've been walking since 3 hours in the lunchtime heat. Okay, my feet are cussing me out right now. So I just need to relax a bit and then we're gonna continue. So after cooling off a bit at the hotel, I changed my mind and decided to make my way to Little India, taking the MRT instead of a Grab, since Maxwell station was really just a short walk away from my hotel. And I was craving biryani so badly, so I headed straight to Tikka Food Market, and honestly, where better to get biryani than in Little India, right? So the area has such a strong Indian presence, and I just knew the food had to be good. So I walked around a bit and finally ordered myself some biryani. And let me tell you, it was so good. I literally finished the whole thing in no time. After that, I had a mango lassi, and you guys, it was probably the best mango lassi I've ever had. Like the perfect refreshment for this beautiful afternoon. After the Tikka Food Market, I just strolled around Little India, soaking in the colors, the vibes, the smells, just enjoying my time there. After a while, I passed by this temple, which name I cannot pronounce right, and I won't say it because I don't want to butcher it, but they were having a ceremony, so it was packed and I didn't go inside, but it already looked super impressive from the outside. So, because I wasn't done exploring Singapore yet, I made my way to Bugis, Haji Lane, and the Kampong Glam area. And while walking, I eventually found myself on the road that leads to the Sultan Mosque. And unfortunately, by the time I got there, it was already closed to visitors for the day, which was a bummer because I was really looking forward to going inside. This mosque is one of the most important in Singapore, and the architecture is very beautiful. So I definitely plan to come back another day to visit properly. You guys, as I kept walking, I passed by this Turkish restaurant and the owner actually invited me in for some tea. I thought that was such a kind gesture, so I sat down and just took a moment to enjoy it. And the vibe was super chill, and it was just a really wholesome moment. If you guys should be in this area, go to Ayasofia Turkish restaurant and tell the owner Grace sent you. After that, I made my way back to the hotel, tired, but honestly, very happy. Guys, I am done. Like, done. I just want to go hop into the shower and just lie down. I enjoyed Singapore, like Chinatown, Little India, Haji Lane. Where did I go? I feel like I walked for 6 hours just exploring, soaking in Singapore, and I loved it. But the humidity, like, how? It's unbelievable. It's not even that hot. I don't know how to explain it. The heat is not doing anything to me. But I am not complaining. Please don't listen to me. It's just, I believe the first impressions and me just being on the solo trip and just absorb everything in one day. It's not even possible, I know, but I don't know. I'm just that kind of traveler. I really want to see as much as possible. And I know I'm going to be relaxing. That's going to come later. But tomorrow is going to be another packed day, and I'm excited. I can't wait for it. We are going to start with a photo shoot that I've booked. I hope you enjoyed walking around Singapore with me for my first day. I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
The next day.
Good morning, my beautiful people. It is, Saturday. It is currently 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna have breakfast. I wanted to try the kaya toast this morning, so that's where I'm heading to. And after that, we are going to make our way to our photo shoot. And yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. As I mentioned before, I wanted to try the famous kaya toast, and I found Tong Eating House, a restaurant just down the street from my hotel. It's one of the oldest places in Singapore, and they serve this traditional breakfast since 1939. So I knew I was in good hands. But you guys, tell me why I was about to start my breakfast, this Chinese couple came up to me and asked to take a photo with me. At first, I was very reluctant, but then I thought, why not? It was definitely a moment to remember. After that encounter, the waitress was kind enough to help me out with the eggs and showed me exactly what to add, like soy sauce and pepper. And the kaya toast itself was crispy with a thick layer of cold butter and kaya, which is the sweet coconut and egg jam. And it came with local coffee made with condensed milk. I don't drink coffee, so I got tea with condensed milk instead. The combination was really good. After I finished eating, the owner proudly told me it's a fourth-generation restaurant and they have been featured in the New York Times and Washington Post. So if you're ever in Singapore, make sure you stop by Tong Eating House in Chinatown. You won't regret it.
Bruh.
So I booked this photo shoot through Get Your Guide, and I'm so glad I did. Hisham was amazing, super professional, but also just really chill and fun to be around. The session was supposed to be 1.5 hours, but it honestly felt way longer. He really took his time to make sure we got the best shots, and I could tell he cared about getting it right. The photos came out so good, I am seriously obsessed. I'll drop his details in the description below in case you want to book with him. And if you want to see how the shots turned out, they are all up on my Instagram. So posing for the pictures in this sun was no joke, and by the end of it, I was definitely getting hungry. So once the photo shoot wrapped up, it was time for lunch. So I headed over to the Coconut Club where I had a table reserved. I heard so much about their famous Nasi Lemak, and I couldn't wait to try it. It came with fragrant coconut rice, crispy fried chicken, spicy homemade sambal, a perfectly cooked egg, and peanuts. You guys, that chicken, it seriously hit the spot. But then again, can you ever really go wrong with chicken and rice? It definitely lived up to the hype. As the sun reached its peak, I decided to plan some indoor activities for the early afternoon, and my first stop was the Long Bar at the Raffles Hotel, the birthplace of the Singapore slang. I got there just a little after they opened, so I didn't have to wait long before getting a seat at the bar. If you guys plan to go, I definitely recommend going early too, as it gets busy fast and the lines can get pretty long. So back in 1915, it wasn't really socially acceptable for women to drink alcohol in public, so our bartender here at the Long Bar came up with a cocktail that looked like fruit punch, and that's how the Singapore slang was born. The Singapore sling is sweet, fruity, and refreshing, made with gin, cherry liqueur, pineapple juice, and a mix of other goodies. It's got a nice little kick to it, but goes down easy. As you sip on your cocktail, they give you peanuts to snack on, and a big tradition here at the Long Bar is to toss the shells right on the floor. Littering in Singapore is a big no, but you get a pass here at the Long Bar. The Singapore Sling was the most expensive cocktail I've ever had, priced at 40 Singapore dollars. However, I purchased the Singapore Explorer Pass through Get Your Guide, which helped me save on this experience. So if you want to look into this pass, I will link it in the description below. Now, if you're a history buff and love art like me, then the National Gallery is the place to be. I started at the City Hall wing with the DBS Singapore Gallery, which showcases local art. Here, artists have captured the country's journey from everyday life to major historic moments. The gallery gives you a real sense of how Singapore has evolved both culturally and socially, and how art has helped to tell that story. You could see a mix of style like social realism and modernist abstraction. There was also a special exhibition called City of Others, Asian Artists in the 1920s to 1940s in Paris. Back in those days, Paris was considered the center of the art world, attracting many Asian artists eager to learn and grow. However, instead of being welcome, they often faced discrimination. To cope with that, they channeled those feelings into their art, blending their cultural roots with European styles. It was amazing to see how their struggles shaped such meaningful and expressive works. This exhibition runs until August 17, 2025, so if you should be in Singapore, please make your way to the National Gallery to explore the City of Others exhibition. The National Gallery is huge. I easily spent about 2.5 hours in there without even realizing it. They also have galleries inside the Old Supreme Court wing, which is a 5-story space filled with even more to see and explore. So if you plan on visiting, definitely make sure to give yourself enough time because there's a lot to take in and it's totally worth it. Since the weather started to look a bit gloomy, I figured it was the perfect time to head back to Gardens by the Bay and check out the activities over there. There are 2 ways to see the super trees up close. First is the OCBC Skyway, and that's where I headed first. It's a walkway connecting between 2 super trees, and the views from up there were amazing. You can see the gardens and the city all around you. The only downside is that you can't stay up there too long. They recommend a maximum of 15 minutes, especially during peak hours when it gets crowded. You can go up for 12 Singapore dollars or use the Singapore Explorer Pass if you have one. Next, I went up the Super Tree Observatory, which is a bit higher than the Skyway, but with pretty similar views, just from a slightly higher and enclosed space. There's even a small cafe inside, so I took a break and relaxed for a bit. If I were to do it again, I'd probably just pick one. The views are pretty much the same. If you want more of a fun open-air experience, go for the Skyway, but if you'd prefer to take it easy and have a place to sit, the observatory is a nice option. Both are worth it in their own way. This experience will cost you 14 Singapore dollars. Now, next up was the Flower Dome and Cloud Forest. They come as a package and cost 35 Singapore dollars. Again, I saved money with my Singapore Explorer Pass since this experience was included as well. I started with the Flower Dome, and after being out in the humidity, the cool, fresh air inside was exactly what I needed. It's filled with flowers and plants from all over the world, and everything is set up really beautifully. The floral displays change with the season, so there's always something new to see.
If you love plants or just want a break from the heat, the Flower Dome is definitely worth a stop. Now, it was getting too crowded for me, and there were people just chasing those perfect pictures. I went over to the Cloud Forest and I timed my visit because I wanted to catch the misting sessions, which happens every 2 hours, I believe. The moment you walk in, you're hit with a massive indoor waterfall, which is actually the second largest indoor waterfall in the world. The whole place literally feels like you've stepped into a tropical mountain with lush greenery and rare plants from over 135 different species. They also have different experiences and rotating themes, one of them being Jurassic World, which opens on May 29th, 2025. To wrap things up, I wanted to go see Floral Fantasy, but unfortunately, it wasn't included in my Singapore Explorer Pass, so I had to pay for this one separately, which was 24 Singapore dollars. Right now, the theme is Disney Garden of Wonder with sculptures of classic characters like Mickey Mouse, Snow White, and even Stitch. It's definitely cute and well put together, but to be honest, this one was my least favorite. The florals were artificial and it felt more geared towards families with kids, so I didn't spend too much time inside. I was more excited to head over and catch the Garden Rhapsody light show anyway, so I made my way out pretty quickly. After the light show, I headed back to Chinatown for dinner at People's Park, another popular hawker center. I was running a bit late and most of the stalls were already starting to close, but luckily I found one that was still serving. And they had duck noodles, which was exactly what I was craving. And once again, Singapore did not disappoint. It was absolutely delicious. Full and satisfied after dinner, I made my way back to the hotel and went straight up to the rooftop pool area to enjoy the beautiful skyline view. It was the perfect way to wrap up what honestly felt like a 10 out of 10 day.
See you next, Melanie.
Good morning. It is Sunday, my last full day here in Singapore. I woke up very early this morning just because I really wanted to take a swim and enjoy the view that my rooftop swimming pool was giving me. So just had breakfast at the same little restaurant. They were happy to see me again, and it's just down the street of my hotel, so I thought that's a quick stop. And now I'm gonna take it easy, to be honest. I didn't do the Marina Bay area. I did the gardens by the bay and all that, but so the way I've been moving in Singapore is that I did all the outdoor attractions around the morning time and later afternoon time when the sun is not at its peak, and it's been working well for me, so I'm just gonna continue doing that. And just going with the flow, to be honest. So yeah, let's enjoy another 10 out of 10 day, okay? Let's get it.
walking through Marina Bay Sands Mall, I made my way to the Art Science Museum. I originally went to see the Future World exhibition, but it was under construction, unfortunately, so instead I checked out Mirror Mirror Journey into the Mind. It was an interactive exhibition all about how our minds work, things like memory, how we see the world, and how we think. The rooms were filled with lights, sounds, and mirrors that played tricks on your senses. It was cool, but definitely felt more like something families with kids would enjoy. Still, I had a good time exploring it. After that, I went to check out the famous Merlion statue. The Merlion statue has a lion's head and a fish body. It represents Singapore's history as a fishing village and its name, which means Lion City. It's a big deal here and one of the most iconic landmarks. It was super crowded when I went, so I didn't stay for too long. I grabbed a drink from Starbucks to cool off and then made my way to Orchard Road. This area is basically a shopaholic's dream. One long street filled with malls that are all connected to each other. While I was walking around, I spotted an older lady selling ice cream sandwiches. It looked interesting, so I gave it a try, and honestly, it wasn't bad at all. While walking around the malls, I lost track of time and ended up missing lunch, but I was still hungry and needed something to hold me over until dinner. So I headed to Lau Pa Sat, one of the most popular food spots in Singapore, especially for satay. I ordered 10 satays and you guys, it wasn't enough. They were so good, juicy, smoky with that perfect peanut sauce on the side. My mouth's literally watering while I'm doing this voiceover because it was that good. If you're ever in Singapore, you have to try this. If you skip it, you'll regret it. It's a solid 10 out of 10 for me.
You guys, I made it back to the hotel. I am exhausted. I've been doing too much, okay? But that's on me. It's fine. That's on me. But I've been enjoying myself as well. I didn't have lunch and was getting hungry, and it's too close to dinner to have a big meal, so I thought I should go to Lau Pa Sat. That's what the whole establishment is called, and made my way to Satay Street. And luckily, there was a stall open because I went there when they just opened. So if you want to go there, maybe make your way later than 3. But I found a stall that was open and served me. So you guys, it was so delicious. I thought 10 would be too much for me alone, but it actually wasn't. I could have had more. I really had to stop myself because I didn't want to spoil my appetite, but I still wanted to try satay. It's one of the staples here in Singapore. If you come to Singapore and you don't try satay, I really don't know what you're doing. So I made my way there. I had satay, and you guys, it was literally melting in my mouth. I had 5 chicken, 5 beef, and I wanted to try 1 prawn. I didn't really like it. Maybe, I don't know. I just didn't like it. But the beef and chicken, delicious. So yeah, if you're here, make your way to Satay Street at Lau Pa Sat. I want to rest a bit and then get ready for my dinner. Dinner is going to be at Lavo. It's a rooftop bar. And yeah, I thought I should end my trip to Singapore with a skyline view at night. Yes, I do have a skyline view at night here in my hotel, but I thought, resetting would be great as well. So yeah, I'm gonna rest and then we're gonna go to dinner. I'll catch up with you guys later.
Much later.
As I mentioned before, for dinner I headed to Lavo, an Italian rooftop bar and restaurant right on top of Marina Bay Sands. I arrived a little early, so I had to wait a bit before getting seated, but it didn't take too long. To start, I ordered the scallops. I'd actually never tried them before, so I was curious to see how they taste. They were alright, not mind-blowing, but still nice to try something new. For my main, I was in the mood for pasta, so I went with spaghetti carbonara, and it was really good, rich, creamy, and full of flavor. Definitely a good choice. I also ordered myself a little cocktail on the side to go with the dinner, just to celebrate my last evening here in Singapore. And as I was finishing up dinner, it was almost time for the Garden Rhapsody light show, so I stepped out to watch it. Seeing the show from up high with the city skyline in the background was such a beautiful moment that I was so grateful to experience. And right after the show, I got a glimpse of the Spectra Light and Water show from above as well. And honestly, it was the perfect way to end the night. Great food, amazing views, and two beautiful shows all in one evening. Alright you guys, I'm not sure what happened here. The audio on this clip just completely disappeared on me. So I'm jumping in with a quick voiceover to wrap things up. Basically, in this part, I was just sharing how grateful I am to have experienced Singapore. Every moment here has been so special, and I honestly enjoyed it all. I really hope you enjoyed coming along with me, and if you did, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my next travel vlogs. It's coming real soon. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.